Welcome everybody back to the part 2 of this video series where we're talking about the defenders now in Rainbow Six Siege. Like if you're a new player coming into the game, right, and you want to pick up a character, whether they're very easy to understand from the start to range to very hard. And we're going to be talking about defenders. If you want to learn about the attackers, you can look at the previous video. Joining me here is Mark, and he's on Twitch as Mr. Onslaught.
Yep,
and
that's right.
We're going to be discussing it together because I feel like we're kind of within that same skill range of, you know, goldish now when we don't mean...
I'd say goldish casually, a casual
gold.
Casual gold. Like, you know, we're not going to be pros, but we understand the game enough to know that what's fun when we're memeing around sort of thing.
And we played every week, so I'd like to think we're not horrible.
No, like we're not awful, but you know, we're not pros.
No,
we're definitely not pros.
So let's begin up with the first defender on this list, right? Let's go with Alibi.
I've got it as very easy. So the reason why I've got very easy, set and forget. You set that shit down, and then if you die, whatever. Yeah, all you got to do is put it in doorways. If you put 3 of them down inside sight behind a desk or something like that, I think you're going to make the enemy, you know, second guess if they see someone, or at least shoot it.
I guess it requires you to be a better player when versing it, as opposed to being just a casual player playing it.
She's one of those ones that, the reason why I put it as very easy is you put your utility down, you put the prisoners down, basically put them anywhere. They're going to help the team. If you die in 5 seconds, all of those prisoners are still there. You're still helping the team. You're still effective.
And it's for their team to communicate that Alibi is dead and that, you know, not to shoot her image whenever you see it.
Yeah, that's right. So that's more on the other team. But as a new player, putting them down, that's going to help the team. You can roam. You can sit on site. You can play quiet. You can play loud. You can rush out. You can do whatever you like because
she is a bit more of a roamer, though.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. You can play however you like.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yep. I can concede to that. You need to be a better person against her than you do to play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a completely different video about, you know, who's easy to counter, and that sort of thing. But yeah, as a new player starting, Alibi is not a bad one to start.
Yeah, it gives the team their other team to think about a lot.
Yep, that's it.
All right, ARUNI right next up. I'm going to place her in easy. It's easy enough just to throw up it and put it in a spot and have it be useful there. It does take a little bit just to like put them in more strategic spots to really kind of force different types of entries, and also to make them waste more of their gadgets coming in. Yep. But that being said, like you don't need a lot of map knowledge or anything, like because you spawn on the point. So if you litter it around the point, that's pretty useful just to begin with, right?
Yep, absolutely.
But you can get sweatier with it.
Oh, yeah, you can get super sweaty. Now, the reason I put her as easy, not very easy, because if it's disabled, you need to know you got 30 seconds before you can shoot it back open.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do it, but if you're playing with a bunch of other people, they're probably not going to do it for you. It's just like that little thing in the back of your head is like, oh, if it goes out, it's not out forever. It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you don't inherently get a message with ARUNI when one of them's like it's able to come back on or it's gone out to even begin with.
No, that's it. So it's just like it would be one of the easy characters, but yeah, I think just because you have to reset it, you know, it's still very easy. I think she's great.
Yeah, she's good. She's a good one. Yep. And then she just punches walls.
Yeah. Melee's great. You can make rotate holes, all that sort of thing, but yeah, I don't think, you know, casuals and beginners are doing much rotating holes. That's it.
Bandito.
I've got Bandit as medium. If you want to be helpful, you got to know a little bit about the map and about where main places are, where people push from. You know, you could also put it down on some barbed wire. That's actually a pain in the bum. Like most people don't bother electrifying barbed wire, but it's just something else to do. I think medium, but
I'm in the mind of putting it easy. Right?
Yeah,
because you like see a wall, you can chuck it on it, right? You understand the relationship. And like, even if you do that, and the wall's not even in the best spot, it's like you have 10 walls, and so you only have like 10 options, really.
Yeah, and you've got 4, you know, you got 4 bandit batteries, so No, so I'm happy with that. Happy that being easy then. That's cool.
Yeah, I think it borderlines with medium. And
Yeah.
like, I'd say it's easy as well because his guns are fucking solid. He's got excellent guns.
Yeah,
Oh my
MP7,
god.
really good. And that's another reason why it's there too. It's a set and forget. You set it down and then that's it. You don't really have to do much more. It's just knowing where to place it is better helpful towards the team, but that's it. It's a set and forget. They're the ones I always recommend for starters.
And I feel like
defenders.
the defenders are going to fall into that trap a lot because there's a lot of set and forget kind of defenders as well.
Yeah, that's it. I'm good with that. Castle. What have you got for Castle?
Now I'm actually going to put him as a medium, right?
Yep,
And
I'm listening.
the reasoning is that yes, while he is a set and forget kind of character, you can place it on walls and such. He can also destroy your team's like ability to move, and also like their points that they can actually shoot out from. So if they usually spawn peek a point, but you've castled it, it's bad to get rid of that castle wall and tear it down, even though your team can. And even if they do, you're like, it goes back to you, but it takes coordination with your team to say, okay, we're going to be defending this side heavily with our guns, so you can go to the rear and defend that better using castle walls, so that we have some time before they break through.
Yeah. So you do have to be you have to
be
careful.
mindful of your team's pathing as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I put him as a
and
medium because he's easy enough to understand, but
he's easy enough to understand, and his gun's garbage too. I can't stand the UM45.
yeah, they're all pretty bad, right?
It's
not good guns.
It is not a particularly good gun. Like you know, if you're coming up against anyone and you shoot at the same time, you're not gonna be doing particularly well if you're not gonna get a head. If you get headshots, it's fine, but yeah, it's not not a great time. I'd say he'd be an easier medium though. Like he's
in the easier spectrum, of
he's
that.
on the easier spectrum, but I wouldn't put him in as easy because you can fuck your team up. Like it's yes, it's a set and forget, but you can really screw your team. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Cav. Now, look, Cav's sort of in the knock category.
I'd say she's harder to play than knock.
See, I've got her as very hard. One, map knowledge, because you're flanking and you're going upstairs and all that sort of thing. Two, you got to have presence of mind. To use her ability, you have to down the enemy. And to down the enemy, you have to make sure you don't headshot them. You got to use your pistol or,
Well, even her weapons are designed to do a little less damage so that it gets him into that critical state.
Yeah, so if you're a one-on-one with Ash, you're probably going to get shit on. I think that's with all defenders and attackers. Most of the time, you're not getting a fair fight. You've got extra cams, you've got extra, defensive sort of things. So your attacking weapon is not going to be as good. But I think she's very hard.
I'd put her in there very hard.
And I didn't unlock her for ages because it was I felt like when I was playing it first when I got her, I didn't know the map particularly well. I just get screwed. If you come up against more than one person, it's not a good time.
I know we've made the argument before, is like you can pick up a hero and understand them, and that's dictating its difficulty. But with Cav, it's a little different. Like even understanding how she is, it does require you to have map knowledge and then the relationship of players and how they interact with the map. And then also, because she plays a lot differently to every other defender on this list, right? So you're off flanking, you're off trying to go around the enemy, you're off being patient in little nooks and crannies for them to pass you.
You being Cav, you're going to be sweaty.
Yeah.
You're going to be sitting in corners waiting for people to walk past and then knifing them. Like it's a completely different play style.
You're constantly thinking as Cav because that's how you're going to get your advantage. Because she doesn't have hard hitting weapons. They're designed to put them into critical so that you can interrogate them. And even that interrogation takes a long time, so you need to be mindful that if you're picking off someone,
that's it.
You're picking them off alone.
If they're interrogating someone, you're stuck in that animation for a couple of seconds. So if anyone comes within sight, you're basically dead. She's very hard. Yep. As a beginner and as a casual player, I think she's very hard. Another one of your favorites, Clash. What do you think about Clash as an initial have fun?
Fucking very easy. Even the stupidest pleb can make use of her.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that.
Like, you have a giant ass shield that also fires, like, slowing down bolts at your enemy. That hurts them. And you can't be damaged. Like, you're this giant wall and you're a pain in the ass to deal with.
Absolutely. Very easy to have fun. Very easy to be a pest. You're not necessarily shooting.
No.
But you're being a pain in the ass.
But you can still kill people.
You can. That's right.
With your shield up, which is very different to Monty. Monty's a team player, where she can, like... She can
kill you
keep
from distance.
3 at bay if your team is dealing with the other guys on the other side.
If you want to be a good Clash main, you're going to need a bit of practice. But I think initially, I think Clash is easy enough to do.
She only gets sweatier.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Doc.
I'm putting Doc as easy. I think initially you're not going to be helping your teammates. You're going to be stimming yourself. You got health packs essentially. I think to be a really good Doc will need a bit of work, but initially you can run around as Doc and it's fine. I think it's quite easy.
And his guns are very accommodating for like
MP5,
initial spawn peeking.
MP5 is fine. You can easily have plenty of fun with that.
And like it doesn't take you too much to like kind of just put aside yourself and be an effective healer as well.
So I think I think he's a good pick. I think he's a good early pick to see if you like that sort of style of play.
100%, yeah, 100%.
Yep.
So
Echo. This is your turn now. What do you think about Echo?
I like Echo. I started playing him more recently, but I think he suffers from probably being in medium, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's in medium. I think you need to learn a bit about the game to be particularly effective with him, but
definitely good map knowledge, like knowing where your side is and then knowing where they're most likely to infiltrate, and then where you can stand to be a pest to them, but also not get immediately destroyed.
Yep.
And then also finding a good spot just to hide your body in, because when you do that, your body's completely vulnerable.
And because you're on the defending team, you've already got cameras. Putting the Echo drone in a different spot, that's the map knowledge. You put it in somewhere like a little bit sneaky.
Because there's even there's ceilings as well that you can't latch onto. Your drone doesn't latch to it. So learning that as well.
Yeah, so there's certain ceilings you can't do that. You can't jump either, I don't think.
No, you can't jump. But you hover.
You can hover and you can go up to the ceiling. You can go back down, but that's about it. So
yeah, you can be very evasive. Like I've struggled killing some of them.
I think to have fun and be effective, I think it's medium. So yeah, I'm happy with Echo being medium.
Yeah, good medium rank.
Okay, Ella, I think she's very easy. My reasoning is set and forget. So she's got her Grismot mine. Basically, if you don't know what you're doing, you put them on a couple of doors going into sight, and that's it. And then you can run off and do whatever you want.
And they're discreet enough that your enemy's probably not going to notice them immediately.
Yeah, they're probably not going to notice. And if they're pushing the site, they're probably not going to be looking at that. They're going to be looking at the people that are, holding site like Rook or Doc or something like that. Maybe MIRA or something. So they're not really going to be looking out for that. I think she's a good pick for a starter.
She's a nice, easy one to start off with.
I think over time though, she might be a little bit boring just because of how simple it is. It's like you got the mines and that's it.
Yeah, you don't so much like in order to get like true value with her, you need to start getting creative with how you do things. But that comes with skill and practice. You can get immediate value out of it.
Oh, you can be a complete sweat with every one of these, but yeah. I agree. I love Frost.
You do.
Frost is great. Yeah, I love Frost.
I think she fits into the very easy.
I've written down very easy, but I'm thinking to bump her up to just easy.
Oh.
Because there's nothing more satisfying than getting someone in a trap, but you have to have vague knowledge of where they're going to be coming from if you want to get that satisfaction. I always run deployable shield, and you put a deployable shield on the door, and then you put the frost mat behind it, and late game, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a kill, and it's awesome.
Yeah, especially when they have to bum rush the point.
If they get a bum rush, people panic. Like, I still panic sometimes. Like, if you're 1v3 and you're the only attacker left, and you've got to push, you got 20 seconds or 10 seconds.
Like, she's also one of the only very few characters that can just take down a Monty in just a trap alone.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'd put her as an easy. There's still a bit of a learning curve and map knowledge.
There's a tiny bit of a learning curve, but she's a set and forget character again too. So like you can put it down, and then if you die early, it's not the end of the world.
And she's not like in the same categories like Castle because she doesn't block points for your team.
No,
the traps
no,
don't affect your team.
No, that's right. So you can run over it. It's not gonna affect your team in any way. So it's not, if you put them down all in the hallway on the floor, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel she's easy in that respect.
Okay, so Goyo. So his ability is basically got a shield with a petrol can on the back. I'm thinking he's easy.
I'd say he's easy pushing into medium.
I'm only putting him as easy. I'd be putting him as very easy, but because his abilities, he's got the petrol can on the back of the shield. To be effective, you're gonna have to know where they're pushing, all that sort of thing. But if that thing explodes, and you've got a few people holding a certain door, then it explodes. It's gonna explode into the room as well. So it's gonna, slow the attackers.
You've got to play in mind.
Yeah, it could mess your team up too.
But yeah,
I think you need a little bit more, potentially situational awareness. Like, just as a deployable shield, it's great. But yeah, just the Vulcan, you need a little bit more thinking to use it properly.
I'd be tempted to put it medium, but he's so easy to understand what you have to do.
It's like,
and how you can get fucked over. Yeah,
that's it. It's not particularly hard. So yeah, I'm happy doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jaeger.
Fucking set and forget. Very easy. Put him
You reckon
there.
very easy?
I reckon very easy, right? His range in which he can pick off like projectiles is actually pretty large. And so even if you put it like not in the most ideal spot, you can get value out of it. 100%. Like,
so I've got him as easy. You got to know he can take out one projectile every 30 seconds. You generally put them near sight, especially early, beginner sort of stuff. Just put 3 of them on sight. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, putting him around a corner, putting him off a door, putting him behind some cover, and then learning, most people push from this way, or this is a really common door that people go through, or that people flash.
If you want 100% value, a new player can get usually about 85 to 90 just starting off as him, right?
Just starting off, chuck it down.
Yeah, that's why I put him as very easy, because he doesn't hinder your team whatsoever. And,
no, that's true.
And he just benefits,
His gun, awesome. They've nerfed it again because it's so good. they keep nerfing poor Jaeger. I really, really liked him. I don't pick him as much anymore because his
he's been sent through the floor.
Yeah, he's just sent through the floorboards. But like his
ability is just so useful still.
So useful. It doesn't hinder your team at all, and it's super helpful. So I think early game with the 416C carbine, awesome. So I think to have maximum fun, I think Jaeger's a good pick.
Yeah, he's good.
Yep.
He's good.
Yep. No, I'm fine moving it to very easy. That's fair.
Then we have Grandpa Bandit, which is Cade.
Grandpa Bandit, yeah, Cade. Cade.
He's good. I think he's probably where Bandit is easy. I'd say Cade probably fits more on the harder end of easy, right?
I've got him as medium. Because Bandit, you just sort of toss him down, and you don't really care about it. But the whole point of Cade is that you can get him up on hatches, you can put him in really obscure spots, sort of thing. But I guess because it is casual, and you're basically doing the same thing, it's going to be easy. I think he's easy enough to use.
Yeah, because if you get the concept, you chuck one down, you understand it immediately.
Yeah, that's it. So with Bandit, you've got one battery per wall. But with Cade's Electro Claw, you can get, 2 or 3 at a time, depending on where you throw it.
And that you get better with it as you play it.
You get better with it as you play. I think, early days, this thing electrifies like Bandit. I've only got 2 of them, but whatever. That's all good. So I think easy's fine with Cade.
Yeah, you can get decent with him fairly quickly.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's good.
Yeah.
All right, Capcan.
Oh,
one of your favorites.
One of my favorite. I play him so regularly.
I really enjoy Capcan, especially like getting kills after you've died. Just awesome feeling. Like now, really good.
The argument can be made that Capcan can be like a medium player, and that good map knowledge benefits a lot. However, even using him at our rank, just memeing around and chucking them in weird places and such, he still gets a lot of value, right?
Yep. I've actually got him as easy.
Yeah, I'd chuck him in the easy category. He's not very easy,
No, he's not very easy. But I think jumping in, tossing him in random ass spots, and when you play, you know, if you put them down low, they're less likely to see, but it does less damage. Like, you could legitimately put them anywhere, and like you said, if people aren't expecting them there, they're just going to walk straight through it.
Yeah.
Especially late game as well. You can put them down, you leave them, and then if you die, it doesn't matter. So like, it's another good set and forget character.
Yeah, yeah, he's really good, and his guns are decent as well. Yeah, I think he's a very good starter. Like, probably not your first character you ever pick, but probably right up there as one of the first ones you ever play.
Once you sort of get how the game works, I think he'd be one of your first ones that you'd probably pick up.
He's good. He's good. Good starting choice.
So I've got Lesion as medium, only to get fully use of the utility. So like, he's easy. Like, he's an easy character. You throw your spiky boys down. Yeah, whatever they're called. I'm gonna look it up. Goo mines.
They're actually just called goo mines.
They're goo mines. Okay, so you throw your goo mines down, and you know, people run over it. Makes a big sound. They take damage over time if they don't pull the needles out. So that's, you know, that's relatively simple. You get one when you start, and over time it slowly fills up. So the more time you're alive, the more goo mines you can throw down. Initially, having fun. I don't think he's particularly good for that. He's easy, but it's slow, because you have to, you know, you have a bit of self-preservation. Like, you're not Call of Duty running in.
No, you're waiting for someone to trigger your traps, waiting for that audio cue, and then kind of jumping them.
Yeah, you're setting traps, you're waiting for them, but you know, you can also go off and help other people, but you really need to keep yourself alive until the end of the round, or till almost the end of the round.
Because essentially, if you die, like, the whole benefit of you just goes right out the window. You become more valuable as the game goes on. That's right.
Yeah, you're more. Yeah, your value at the start is basically nothing, because you're throwing down one goo mine, but at the end, you've thrown down, I don't know, what, 5 or 6 or something like that. If you put them on doorways into sight or just away from sight, it's going to really mess with the other team and make them...
If you're not looking for them, you can easily just walk right over them, because they almost go translucent.
Yeah, if you're not looking for them, you'll easily go into them. Like, they're easy to set off than the Kapkan traps, because the Kapkan traps stick out a little bit from the window. But the goo mines, because they're on the ground, you're not going to be looking at the ground. Like, you've always got your crosshair up. You're always looking. You're always scanning for the other players.
And then having the mind as well to, like, as if you're playing Lesion, you have a pretty good idea of the people you're up against as well. So you know whether they're going to pull them out immediately and you can dash out and shoot them, or whether they're holding the angle, taking a bit of damage, but waiting for you to pop out. You know?
Yeah.
It's also having a good game sense as well. Like, how is the match going in that? Like, your trap is not like Frost, where it clamps them and you have the advantage immediately. It's Lesion. It's like you have an opportunity. That might come up.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, a little bit more thinking involved, which is why I've got him as medium.
Yeah, Maestro's pretty good. He's Evil Eye.
Yeah, he's Evil Eye. That's right. He's got 2 Evil Eyes.
I think he very much fits in the same category as Echo.
Echo, you reckon?
Because he has to sit down and use it, right? He can't do anything when he's using it. So it can be destroyed.
I think because Maestro's the only one. So for the Evil Eye, it actually can shoot out. It's like the Twitch drones. It's like a little electric shock. Like, you can take out someone.
So the game describes it as firing high energy laser beams.
High energy laser beams. Okay. Yeah. So like, you can only do that if you're alive. If you're dead or anyone else looks at it, they can't actually shoot it. So you need to stay alive for it to be any use to you. To you and your team.
Yeah, so and not only that, it's a camera that your team can't turn.
Yeah,
right?
So you can set it up and you can leave it, and yeah, you've got an extra camera, but to use it to its ability, yeah, you need to be alive. Yeah. And I think to get initial fun, I don't think there's not much fun if you're just a starter or beginner and you're sitting on cams watching people and waiting for them to come in to shoot them with your high energy laser. Yeah. So I've put him as very hard, because if you die, you've got a few extra cameras and that's it. And yeah, the whole fun factor as well. It's not very fun sitting around.
It's a good argument, because he's not inherently a fun character. He is a useful character.
Oh, he is incredibly useful. If you get a really good Maestro on your ranked team, you know, and you're on the right maps and that sort of thing, you can do some really good damage and you can slow them down. So I don't think he's a good early pick.
Nah, probably not. I wouldn't start off with him. Definitely not for sure.
What have you got Melusi for?
I want to put her like probably closer to easy.
Closer to easy. What? So closer from very easy or closer to easy from medium?
Medium easy, like, right?
I've actually got her as very easy. I've got her sort of same as like Jaeger. You put your banshees down. I like to call them wub-wubs because you know they slow the attackers down.
And they make a wub-wub noise.
Yeah, it's a set and forget. If you don't put it in the best spot, doesn't really matter. They're gonna walk near it anyway. And yeah, like if you die, it's not the end of the world because they're there and they don't affect your team at all. And it gives a great cue of when they come in when they come in a certain room or on site or in a hallway or something like that.
You can slow them down a bit, but you're not inherently like being too much of a hindrance on the other team. You're more so just getting intel for your team. And that requires for your team to be paying attention to where that is as well to get the full value out of it, right? So even if you do set and forget it, it does take someone on your team to like be present within the area to take full advantage of it.
I think there's always going to be someone in that area though, because early game, you're going to be putting them on site.
Probably, yeah.
Like you're going to be putting it on the bomb. There's going to be people on site. There is very, very rare occasions where there is not one single person on the site in a beginner or casual match. And I think just putting it down in doorways or not, you know, if you want to use it properly, you don't put it in the doorway. You put it back from the doorway. So then when they enter, it starts it. So for them to stop the Banshee, they have to go into sight and then look down and, you know, they're a bit distracted, but that's more like of a, you know, as you play along.
Yeah.
I think for initial help to your team and initial fun with your gun, I think she's very easy.
I'm still going to put her as easy for in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think she's very easy. I think the concept is very easy. Getting value out of it is easy, but not the most easy.
Not the most easy? Okay.
Yeah.
We beg to differ on that. It's pretty close though. Very easy.
Yeah. We're in the same mindset that she's fairly
mindset, yeah.
She's easy to understand.
All right. I've got MIRA. Now, I'm in two minds of MIRA. I've got her as hard, but it's potentially a medium because it is actually very helpful for your team as well, not just yourself. One, you need map knowledge because if you're putting your MIRA on a wall that's facing the hallway, right? There's no point in doing that because you're going to get, you know, you're only going to be able to see people when they run down that hallway. Like you want to set it down so you can see a corridor, you can see, you know, outside or something like that. You want the most intel that you can get. I think map knowledge is something that you really need to be good with MIRA. I think her gun as well, because of the recoil, you need a little bit of practice with it too. Like if you're pretty good with recoil, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I do think you need a little bit of skill with that, but that's more gunplay thing. That's just a personal opinion. But I think I think she's a medium to get started because you need that little bit of knowledge.
I put her as hard just because
you put her as hard
because if you're playing MIRA, right, you have a particular play and defense that you want to do. You have a set mind of how you want to defend your point, right? And you're putting up mirrors to do that. If you're just someone who's just chucking them up anywhere, that could almost be as detrimental. Like you're not really helping out.
I don't think they're detrimental. Oh, look, unless you're putting it on the wrong side of the wall, I don't think it's detrimental. I don't think it's hindering your team.
Well, the thing is, like, even if you like shoot it out and like you take one person out, now you've created an opening for the team to use as well, the other team to use as well. So it's also knowing when to shoot it open, when's the best time for you to do it. And if you can even take on, like, let's say there's 4 people storming in from your window, even if you have the advantage of maybe 1, 2, if you're lucky, they will just shoot you down as soon as, because there's a huge sound cue that goes with it as well. It doesn't go out immediately.
It's a time delay as well. So you shoot the canister and it'll make a noise and then it'll drop out. Like it takes a while. So yeah, most of the time you're not going to be dropping that.
I'd say she's hard to use, and even for your team to utilize as well.
You do have to, like it is helpful for the team, and if you don't necessarily put in the right spot, it doesn't hurt your team, but you're not helping them out by blowing it open early, by putting them in, you know, putting them on soft walls. Like that's a different sort of style if you do want to do that sort of thing, and you can like quick peek around the corner on a soft wall, which is really good. But Yeah, I
But
think
she has
initially-
huge benefit if you have a good team that work well together and have
Yeah.
specific plays and you know how they work. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
I'd say she's hard in that sense.
For a casual, yeah, I think she's hard. Yeah, okay. Mozzie.
Mozzie,
Think about Mozzie.
what a bitch.
Like as an attacker, he's a bit of a pest.
Yeah, I'd say it put him in easy. Honestly, I wouldn't say he's
Oh, you
very
reckon?
easy.
Yeah, that's right. I think he's easy to get started, and he definitely helps the team. But I think to use him well, he's hard. But yeah, for the initial, you just want to put him down, put the pest launchers on a doorway or on a drone hole.
He shoots out those little drones, those little latch onto the enemy's drones, right? He like shoots his little spiders.
Yeah, he's got his
And
pest launcher.
with that, it has range. He can actually aim it. He can do it somewhere, so he doesn't have to move to a certain spot. Mute has the same effect, but he has to actually move to a spot, slowly place it down, and to block that area off from any drones come scouting the site. Whereas Mozzie just shoots and forgets about it. And like he can set up really quick. And it gives the slider sounds cue as well. So the enemy could be enticed to shoot at it and give away their position.
Yeah, that's it. I'm happy putting him easy. Yeah, to be effective, I think he's hard. But I think the initial helping the team and having fun, I think yeah, he's easy. I think that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Mute now. I'd put him very similar to Mozzie, just because you set and forget.
I'd put him in very easy, honestly.
I think like the thing is, if you put him down in the middle of a door, you're just going to shoot it out.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, like the same argument can be made, like what I made for Mozzie, is that it still gives information. They have to shoot it out. Right?
They do have to shoot it out. That's right. But placing, like, when you shoot the pest launcher, you can shoot it at the edge of a wall. And the only way you can shoot that is if you walk in that door and then shoot it from the other side. If you put it down in the doorway, it's just like,
yeah,
just
standing
in the door.
I feel like most players use it like kind of like a bandit does, where they use it to deny a wall.
Yeah, you just put it down next to the wall, and then that's it. And then you don't worry about it.
I'm putting him in very easy because you can get immediate benefit out of it. And even once you place it down, it hasn't hindered the team whatsoever, your team. And you don't have to think about it ever again. But Mozzie, you can take control of the drones and have more a mind to use it strategically. But with Mute, you just set and forget.
That's right. You do need to think about that.
Yeah.
All right, ORYX. So, ORYX is fun as shit. You can run through walls. It looks sick. It only takes 5 damage now, which is quite handy.
I think it's reasonable.
Oh yeah, because it used to be 10 when it started, and that was a bit sort of, do you really want to do that? But for 5 HP, it's fine. So I think for starting out, it's not too bad. I think he's easy to use. I don't think he's particularly helpful unless he's countering like a Monty or something, or a shield. But we're not going on situational settings.
Like, can you pick up this character and understand him? Yes.
Yes, I think he's quite easy. Yeah. You run through walls, the gun's fine. You can have a good time with ORYX.
I think the difficulty comes in is like knowing when to run into shit.
Yeah, that's right. But that comes with practice. Practice, map knowledge, who you're up against, situational, opportunities, all that sort of thing. But yeah, I think initially, I think he's easy.
Yeah. Pulse. Oof.
What do you think about Pulse?
I'm in two minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's really great just for the individual player. He doesn't really benefit his team, unless you're communicating with your team, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you've got a good team and you know how to use him, he's very effective. But I think initially he's good for
in the middle.
Yeah, I've actually got him as medium.
Yeah.
So his was it cardiac sensor? Yeah, his cardiac sensor can sense people through the walls. You can it's basically wall hacks. Yeah, you got wall hacks. So you can see if they're if 4 of them are standing outside one door and you're just like, oh dear lord, I need to like haul ass out of here, or just
shoot through the door and just hope for the best.
Yeah, or if you hear them just like mucking around out there, shoot through the door or shoot through the wall. It doesn't matter.
Like he's good for the individual player, but it does.
He's good for the individual player. You can have fun because then you know where they are. His gun's a piece of shit. He's got the 45, which is terrible. I think
that's countered by the fact that his ability is so good.
Yeah, that's it. And I think for initial fun he would be okay, but yeah, I think just because ability works and his shitty gun, and then you gotta, you gotta know a little bit about what's going on. And yeah,
and also have like a good idea of where your enemy's gonna like come from as well, and because you're usually playing on the other side of a wall, so that you still have the advantage. You're not gonna be like in the room with them saying, "Oh, I can see you," but you also have a heartbeat. No, usually you have your gun out then. To make the most use, you'd be looking through walls. So you always want to be a level above them or below them or to the walls adjacent to them. But you never want to be in the same room. And that's kind of a weird playstyle now that I say it out loud.
Yeah, it is a little bit different, but I actually find it fun.
Yeah.
Because like I'll get around and say, oh yeah, we've got three guys, three guys rappelling in from the top, or I'm in garage and there's two guys here breaching in. I'm just going to waste their time and stuff.
So I think I put him in medium, where it's not too hard to explain.
But to be useful, I think he's medium. Yep, I'm happy with that. All right, recruit, very easy. We don't need to discuss that one.
No, we discussed in the other video.
Run
you got good aim. Go for it.
You're gonna be fine. Okay, Rook. He's very easy.
Very easy.
You put down your vests, you help out the team, and then you get shooting. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, that's about it.
It's only benefits. Only benefits to it.
There's there's not much to say to Rook other than when you start, you put it down, and then that's it. You don't need to think about it.
Like, you don't even need to matter about placement of it, like where you put it down.
Anywhere, and it doesn't matter. You're going to help your team, and then you can go and die or do whatever you want, and it's not going to matter. I think it's going to be good. Yep. So I think Rook's pretty cruisy. He was my go-to when I started.
Yeah, he's a good starting one.
Yeah, because like you can help your team, and then you can sit on site and have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you've already helped your team. Your job's done in the first 10 seconds.
Yep, that's it. Your job's done. You don't have to do anything else. Yep. Yeah. So I'm happy having him very easy.
Smoke. Ooh, I like Smoke, but I don't like him that much. I think he's situational, which was why I put him in medium. And the reason I put him there is because it's easy enough to throw and smoke out an area, but your enemy can see it coming, and there's also a delay in the smoke. It's a tiny bit, but enough for them to get away. But you can place them strategically, plant them, and then set them off. But it does take a bit more game sense, right? It takes you to have an idea in your mind of how you want to counter them.
Yeah, so he's a really good time waster. So I sort of put him in with like Lesion, where it's like he's easy to understand because you just chuck his thing and all that sort of thing. But Smoke's really good late game. So when dudes are pushing site
and trying to deny the point and such,
you're either one, denying the plant, two, getting them down to like half health if they can run through it, and that makes it easy for you if you come up against them later. But so like you get to hang around late game, so he's a little bit boring to play because if you're dead and you've got smokes in your pocket,
you haven't really contributed.
Yeah, so I'd sort of put him in line with Lesion, where he's not super hard to get the understanding. He's hard to master, but he's not that hard to play, sort of thing.
Yeah, but unlike Lesion, who can just place down his things, and like he continually gets him and gets more beneficial, Smoke relies on he gets like 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, he gets 2, I think.
Yeah, and like that's it. So he's got to try to make the best plays with those 2 as he can.
And if he doesn't throw it, then that's it. You can't like Lesion. You can just toss out, and if you die, right, those 2 ones that you've thrown out are fine. Smoke ones, if you go down, that's it. Like, that's it's not a set and forget. Actually, he might be hard then, because to be at all useful for the team, just saying that, comparing him to Lesion, because you can't just sort of set and forget them, toss them out, and they're going to help.
Because they won't ever activate on their own. They're waiting for your trigger.
You need to be alive. You need to activate. You need to know when to set it off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just you recruit, with your gun. That's it. Yep. Tachanka, this is your one. You can take this one.
Oh, this one? Okay. Yeah. I'm actually gonna slap him right in probably easy, right? Before, when he used to have the turret, maybe he was hard to play because he was easy to work around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had any knowledge of him whatsoever, he's easy to work around. Yep. But now that he's a big chunky boy, and he fires like fire grenades and such and all that, I feel even in panic, you can still do some damage.
You can hinder your team though. That's probably why he's gone from very easy to easy.
Yeah.
because he doesn't have, he's got nothing to put down. He hasn't got frost mats. He hasn't got any of that stuff. He's got his, is it Shamika launcher, which is basically fire. So, area denial. And his massive ass gun, his DP-28, that shreds holes in the walls. That will just take anyone down, which is great. So, like, running and gunning, you're not going to be doing much running because he's a big fat boy, but he's easy to understand. So I think he's an easy character to get started with.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Yep.
With a pickle.
Oh, he's good. Yep. Valkyrie. Now I've put her as very hard because it is a set and forget. So that's the easiest way. But if you're going to be helpful with what you're doing, you got to put them in. You got to know the map. You got to know where to place them.
I put her as hard.
Maybe hard actually. I'm looking at Cav thinking like I would much rather play Valk than
like you're putting your cameras up so you can give your team more information. Not even you're not confirming kills or anything. You're just purely giving information.
For usefulness and how easy it is to help your team, you got to have map knowledge.
But it's not the most detrimental thing if you don't. But then you're just as good as the cameras that are already defaulted in the map.
That's it. If you're not being helpful at all, go play Rook, because then you can go put your shield, your vest down and help the team better out that way.
And then just use the cameras the game gives you. Yeah.
So
I put her in hard. Not very hard, but hard.
Yeah. No. That's fair. So I've got a love-hate thing with Vigil. Like sometimes I love him, sometimes I hate him. I find he's fun because you can sort of roam with him and he's good. And
if you're lost, it's not a big deal.
If you're lost, it's not a big deal. So I think fun-wise, like I've actually got him as very hard on my list here, but I think to be a good Vigil is very hard. But I think to get started, you can understand him immediately, but to use him properly, I'd probably put him as a medium. When you're running around, the drones don't see you, sort of thing. So you got to have presence of mind when you hear drones or they're droning. You got to. I
put him as easy, just because I think he's easier to play than Pulse and Legion and all that.
If he's easy, I think you're using your ability to some value. You need to know how to use your utility. You got to have a little bit of knowledge about the game and how things work.
Yeah, which is why I don't put him very easy. But he doesn't really, like, as any roamer, you need map knowledge and you gain that as you play. But for him, it's more like you just need to be able to hear the sound cues. He's good. He's probably good in that sense where you can learn that and like have an idea for roaming and what that might be like, and denying the intel that you could possibly be giving to the enemy. Even if you use him in his most basic functions and such, like your team is not losing anything inherently except for an extra gun.
But that's what I mean. Like if you play recruit and you die, it's exactly the same thing. That's why I'm splitting them up from easy, because to be actually useful with that ability, it's a little bit more work than to say like ORYX, where it's like bash wall go. Okay, that's nice and easy.
It's not nearly as hard as Cav though.
Oh god, no.
Same category, but still Cav is more difficult.
Yeah, so like Vigil, you're just roaming around, you're hauling ass. The silent step thing, you don't have to worry about doing that. You don't have to worry about interrogation. You see someone, you just put them down. That's it. You don't have to think too hard about that.
Yeah. WAMAI. I say WAMAI. I actually have no idea how to say his name. I think he's probably going to fit into like... I want to say he's in easy to medium, right?
See, I'm more thinking medium hard, because if you put the magnet in the wrong spot, you could hurt your team.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because like with Jaeger's ADS, it just eliminates them. But with his little magnet discs that he's got,
he catches them and throws them.
Catches them. So if you've put them on a wall or like on the back of a desk or something, and someone throws it past you and you're behind that desk, it'll suck that grenade in and it'll be right next to you. So if you don't have either one, presence of mind, map knowledge of where they're coming from, one, they're going to be useless. Two, it's going to be detrimental to your team.
He really is a double-edged sword in that regard.
Yeah, it's just.
And does that gadget blow up after it's exploded?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
but I think it's one of these ones that keeps going the longer you play as well. So you get a couple at the start, and then over time you can have just tons of them anywhere. So like, he's one of these ones that get value over time. Actually, I'm thinking about putting him in hard.
I've put him in hard.
he's really handy because you can stop a lot of grenades over time, especially late. Because if you keep chucking them out over time, you're not going to be bombarded with grenades early game.
He's a very specific play style.
Yeah, so I think as a beginner player, I don't think he's a great fit.
No,
he's a little bit hard. Warden, I haven't got him. I know he's got his smart glasses thing that the flashbangs don't particularly phase him at all. I can see him being easy.
I'm putting him very easy.
Very easy, because it's like you don't have to do anything. You just have the glasses on and you just don't get flashbanged, and that's it. Like, you're not helping your team, you're not hindering your team.
You put them on and you can see through smoke, and you can not get flashed. So yeah, he works in the same way as Glaz, where he has to stay still. The case that I made against Glaz is that he has to push into the point, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Warden is in the point. He's defending it. So he actually gets a lot of benefits from staying still.
Yeah, that's true, because the attackers are going to push. Yeah, no, that's true.
But I think just start off like box standard guy, send him out there. You want some advantages to your site and how you can hold the point. Great. That's it. You're not really benefiting your team by putting down any utilities. You're just making yourself more of a solid defender in yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he's helpful in that fact, but he's not helpful for the team, but for instant satisfaction, instant fun.
Yeah, just put him as very easy, because I've seen people just get wrecked by him because they're just good at holding points. Hey guys, just slapping Thunderbird at the end. We actually recorded the video before she was released, but we're releasing it after her release. So we had a chance to play with her, and we're just going to quickly rank her and chuck her at the end here. You've played her. Have you played her at all?
So I've had a bit of a go with her, and as a casual, she's probably a good option to pick. Pretty easy to play. Her gun's nice, like the assault rifle, the Spear 308 is actually quite good. I don't think she's particularly difficult. I think to use her like competitively, I think it's going to be a little bit harder, but as a casual and an anchor, I think she's quite good.
I'd agree with those sentiments. I'd probably put her in the like... Okay, so for a casual player to pick her up and understand what she does, easy, right?
Yeah,
not very easy.
No, I'm thinking easy, because you got to understand that her Kona station can actually be used by attackers as well.
Yeah,
and that's not very hard to understand. So it's just like, well, it's it's not a run and gun character, but it's insta heals for the team. I think it's helpful.
And it will overheal teammates up to 130. It will overheal teammates.
That's right. But then over time, it does go backwards.
Yeah.
But if you've had a firefight and you're down to say 30 health, it will bump you. It'll bump you back up to 60.
Yeah, I think overall she's going to be fairly decent for new players, particularly if they want to do healing and not really worry about aim, just kind of set and forget like most of the defending operators. She's going to be really good in that respect.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, well, I think that's all the defenders we had.
Yep, I think that's it. I think
most of them are fairly easy to play.
I think defending significantly easier.
It's easier. It's an easier process to understand.
Yeah, easier process to understand and have fun.
Yeah, the difficulty comes in like being successful at it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like over time, it doesn't matter who you pick. You can make it work because you understand the mechanics, you understand all that. But
yeah,
I think initially, well, especially with me too, I always find it easier defending. So I more know what I'm doing and how the character's abilities can be used more efficiently than the attackers.
All right. Well, thank you for hosting this 2-part series, and I hope to actually do more of these.
That was good. I'd be very keen. So like anything about Siege, I really love Siege, and I hate hearing people say, "Oh, it's so sweaty, I can't enjoy it anymore." It's like, it's tactical and it really attracts sweat lords, and yeah, people get really salty about when people sweating, but that's the game.
Yeah.
And yes, they're very good, and like I've accepted the fact that there's kids out there that are significantly better than me, and that's cool. But I die a little bit on the inside because I'm like, oh, I used to be quicker than that.
Yeah, you used to be one of them, and now you're not.
I used to be I used to be good, and now it's like, oh, I'm just too tired and I can't do it anymore. But that's okay.
Well, thank you for joining us for this video where we talked about the defenders in Rainbow Six Siege. If you want to see more content like this, please let us know in the comments section below. And if you want to follow Mark, just go to the description on this video and follow his links there. And until then, next time.